Hello YouTube. Today's video is going to be an inbox review of the Ki-45 KAIc from Hasegawa in 1/48 scale. It's a heavy fighter, or assault fighter, from World War II, and it'll probably be a pretty good kit, I think, because it's from Hasegawa. But we'll take a look and see how it looks inside. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and ring that bell when you want to get notifications on my new videos. I had to clear all my aircraft out of the attic and take down the shelf. So right now, got them stacked here. I hope they don't get too broken. And while I was, a couple more here, and while I was taking all this stuff out there, I wanted to ask the community here, why would the decals do this even if it's been sprayed with a clear coat? I don't understand that. And both sides are like that. And it's only the decals on the tail. The rest look okay. I really don't understand the problem there. So the decals on the nose are also still good. They didn't peel up either. Only the ones on the tail. Maybe there was air under it or something. I don't know. Anybody have any ideas what makes the decals do this only in one place? I'd like to know. I'll probably be, after we get moved, I'll sand it down and put some paint over it where it's damaged. Now let's get started with today's video. So here we have the box art for the Ki-45. Looks nice. Hasegawa usually has some good box art. A lot of plastic. A lot of clear plastic. Take a look at the instruction sheet. And take a look at the decals here, since they have them already. Here we have decals for the instrument panels, radios and stuff. And there's an instrument panel there. They look nice, they're clear. Here's a stripe for the fuselage. I usually paint those on though. These are probably for the wings. I usually paint that stuff on too. I think it looks better when you paint it. There's 12 sheets of 12 sprues of gray plastic and a whole lot of clear plastic. It says is 2, but it's all in one big sheet. Start here, like is most common with the internal parts. Seat. I don't see any seat belts though. The instrument panels. This big blocky thing there. I don't know what it is. There's some side panels here too, and they have really good painting instructions here. Does it look like an ammo box? And that's definitely some ammo drums. And here is for the instrument panel radios. It even tells you what it is. The Army Model 99 Toby Mark II radio. And we go down here and put in the inside parts of the fuselage. There's panels here. And some small parts up here for the pilot. Then we're putting the bulkhead. Putting the here's another part here, and the whole cockpit is one piece. Here the assembly of the landing gear base. It looks like there's some good detail parts in there too. And the next one is here's a nose assembly. And putting the landing gear base onto the wings, putting the wings together. Then we're putting the wings and the horizontal stabilizer on. The vertical stabilizer and rudder is molded into the fuselage. Landing lights and pivot tubes. Oil cooler. Engines. Putting the engines in the nacelles and putting them on. This is various parts, some details. Looks like a gun here. Yeah, 20mm cannon. Fuel cooler. We'll go here under the wings. Cannon goes in this here under the fuselage. And the main gear. Wheels, tail gear, and putting the landing gear on the bottom here, and some more detail parts. And then here we have the machine gun. This is for the rear position, the rear machine gunner. Props and spinners. Then last here we do the clear parts. And you can position the cockpit open here. It shows, which is cool. And there's a lot of detail inside. Then there's two versions for marking it. The first version is the dark green version. The second one is a camouflage, which is the one I want to do because I want to do more different camouflage patterns, and this one looks cool. This is a 45th Flight Regiment, 2nd Company, Nuyutubara Airfield, 1944 February. The first version is 27th Flight Regiment, 1st Company, Philippines, 1944 year end. But I will be building this second version with the camouflage pattern. I think it's gray and green. It's always gray or green, but this one's gray and green, so yeah. At least a little bit different. Now, the clear parts look pretty good. They are clear. I don't see any weird lines in the canopies. It has some good canopy detail, good frames, clear frames. It'll be good to paint them, good painting them without any problems. But it's too close to can't see nothing. Can't see anyways. Clear parts are hard to get in camera, even if I open them. I'd rather leave them closed to protect them. But the clear parts look good. And there's a lot of plastic in here. Let's take a look at it one at a time. You see one part's already fell off the tree. That's part of the engine. Another part too. It's a broken part. Now take a look here at the, you see the wheelbase are molded in here, but they look pretty good. There's some detail in there. Whether it's correct or not, it's hard to say, but it has nice panel lines. No molding lines or swirls. No flash. I think this is it's not a new kit, but it's a newer kit from Hasegawa. And it was a new mold, I believe. In 2014. At least the instructions were printed in 2014. Take a look at the fuselage here. Parts in this tree. Once again, there's no flash on this tree. Doesn't look like it needs any extra scribing or anything. The detail looks good and clear. Look on the horizontal stabilizers. Look good too. Here are the bulkheads for the inside. One in the front, one in the back. One side, well, there's pin marks on both of them. I would think that's the inside, and the pin marks are on the part that's sticking out. That's where the detail is, so it's going to have to be cleaned up. The bulkheads are going to have to be cleaned up. These look good. I'm not really sure what they are, but they look good. Good detail in there. There's not much detail here in the on the inside of the cockpit part here, and there's pin marks here as well. Have to be cleaned up. And here's a couple panels that look really good. Those are I believe those are for the cockpit. They look good. A lot of detail. A lot of good. There's lines in there and cables and stuff. Looks really nice. Here's the seat. That's the rear seat. And the front seat as well. No pin mark in the seat. And there's actually a cushion there. The back end of the bottom cushion. So that looks pretty good. Take a look at this one. You see here. Here's the inside of the cockpit. The floor of the cockpit. There's not a lot of detail there, but the detail goes on top of it all. There's no flash, no pin marks. And here in the front, there's some good detail. In the back, but there's some pin marks here. It might have to be cleaned up in this part. There you can see them, 2 pin marks there. These are the insides of the landing gear base. There's pin marks here as well. Those have to be cleaned up. And none of them are so deep that it'll have to be filled, just need to be sanded in a little bit. The outside of the wheel wells. They look good. nice detail. This one's a little scratched, little polishing with a stick. I'll get rid of that. The landing gear. The landing gear looks pretty good, I think. The two pieces here for the main landing gear. The instruments on the instrument panel are all molded in. Looks good too. Okay, on this on this tree, we have the engine nacelles, or and the nose halves. And here are the halves for the engine too. One fell off, which I showed already. Happens sometimes. There's a lot of scratches on these parts, so you can see here in this one. It's really scratched there. The whole tree is like that. The nose parts too. They're all scratched. Gonna take a little sanding and polishing to clean them up a little bit. Once again, no flash. Also some detail parts on here. And here's one little tree. This is the bottom part of the aircraft. Underneath, between the wings. Here's where the 20mm cannon goes. It's scratched as well. It's gonna take a little polishing, but it's not any deep scratches. Has good, it's good detail on the sides here. These are two duplicate trees. Here for the tail wheel. The nose. The propeller hubs. Did these propeller have guns inside? Looks like it. Engine parts as well. And here's a cowlink. The wheels. See, it has a separate part in the middle for the wheels. Just on both sides. And this will be the inside. No, that's the hub. No, these are for the inside of the wheels. So it'll be easy to paint them at least. Propellers look good. There's no flash at all. There's good detail on this engine, even though they're not separate parts. It's not an engine with separate pieces, but you can see there's piston rods going in the front and in the back. That's really nice. It'll take some care in painting it, but it'll turn out pretty good, I think. And this is the duplicate tree. Looks the same. No differences. And no, that's not for the. That's not had nothing to do with the tail wheel. That's for the main landing gear too. Well, it looks like a really nice model. Looks like it's a really good kit. If you're interested in some Japanese aircraft, I'm really interested in all World War II aircraft. This kit looks really nice, and I would recommend it. Thanks for watching. Next time we'll be taking a look at this X-Wing fighter from A&T. AMT. It's already built, and I built it as Red 3. Thanks for watching.